Mirage is one of the most popular maps in the history of Counter-Strike, and in Counter-Strike 2 it is the most popular map played on FACEIT. Despite this, many players don't really know how to play the CT side like the pros. So in this video, I'm going to go over the most important aspects of CT side Mirage so you can play like the pros.
It's down to a 2-on-2! Chris, can he close this with an ace? Oh my god! Chris!
Now, the most important aspect of playing CT side Mirage is understanding whether or not you're going to be fighting for mid or playing for the bomb sites. When you're fighting for mid, that typically means you have your connector player, your opper, and your catwalk player all fighting mid in tandem. And while this is happening, you're leaving your B player and your A player on an island. And when those players are left on an island, they need to know how to play their bomb site properly so that they're not giving away a potential free kill to the lurker who is defaulting towards their part of the map. Let's use Fame for example. When Fame is playing toward the A bomb site and he's playing retake, he is jump spotting in such a way that his head is barely showing when he jumps from left to right. Most importantly, he's also ready for anybody to walk out Palace. Because even if he knows his opponents are defaulting toward mid, that doesn't mean that there isn't an opper looking for a pick toward ramp or a rifler looking to activate out of Palace. So if you're jump spotting like this, you're giving a big opportunity for your opponents to get a free kill, right? But the way that Fame was doing it allows him to kind of create this timing where he can crouch under the angle from Palace, peek it, make sure nobody's there, and then he's just doing a little subtle jump at the end. And again, this is going to make you much harder to hit, and it's going to give you timings to kill that Palace player when they try to walk out. And if you jump spot well like Fame is doing, you'll avoid the kill from the opper or anybody looking for a pick, and you'll have time to drop your smoke and delay time for your teammates to rotate in. But playing retake A from Ticket isn't the only way of playing retake A. In this clip, you'll see Rain actually playing retake A from stairs, and it gives him a really strong red eye peek on any player looking to walk out ramp. With the smoke in Palace, it kind of acts as a wall because although you can break smokes, it's really difficult to break the Palace smoke and peek with it. So this allows you, when you're playing retake A from stairs, to kind of fight that player ramp without any worries of anybody walking out Palace. Now, just like the A player who's alone on an island, the B player also needs to understand how to play the B bomb site when they're alone. But before we get into that, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is an automated Counter-Strike 2 trading site that provides an instant way to get new skins. One of my favorite things about Skins Monkey is that I can take skins that I no longer want and trade up for a better skin at equal value. If you use code STAMINA, you can get up to a $5 bonus on your first trade. You can also use Skins Monkey to purchase skins, and if you top up your balance, you can get a 35% bonus. So head over to Skins Monkey today to make your first trader's purchase. Now back to the video. If you watch here how Alexi B is playing the B bomb site when he's alone, he's jump spotting in such a way that only a little bit of his head is showing, and as soon as the exec starts coming, he drops his smoke, he throws a flash over, and he delays time for his rotates to come in quickly. And if you jump spot poorly, you may give your opponents an opportunity for an opening pick. So what's happening while your players at A and B are jump spotting and just getting info? Your connector player is typically going to look to fight out of connector. And while that's happening, again, he's supported by your cat player and your opper. In this clip, you'll see Shuhei gets really close up mid and he's playing very aggressive. While this is happening, he actually has his opper on catwalk and Exertion is playing in window, looking to block underpass and support the mid fight when FaZe does come out mid. You'll notice that they also have Brolin playing retake A from stairs, so he's able to quickly help support mid, and Jimpat's actually playing retake B from catwalk side, so he can also help the mid fight. Now, there are a couple of things that everybody will have to remember when you want to support the mid fight. The first thing is your A player needs to be flashing over mid for that connector player to come out connector. Usually I'll see these two flashes in tandem, one over the top and one through connector. And while that's happening, typically that cat player or your secondary mid rifler, so in this case Xertion was playing from window, will be molotoving the boxes. And in this scenario, when Shuhei got out mid, he jumped on the window ledge and held underpass because Torji was on cat. And when the mid fight started coming in, he smoked underpass like this and just commit out mid to the fight. Now, there are many other ways that you can fight from mid. You can have your riflers push up mid. You can jump into underpass and do a boost. You could push underpass, but basically everything else that I showed and how the players are playing retake at A and retake at B is pretty standard whenever you're doing these types of mid fights. Now, we originally spoke about how you're typically going to fight from mid or you're going to play for the bomb sites. In this round, we're actually going to see Maus play for the bomb sites, and they're going to use a really cool little tactic here, and they're going to have Torji kind of escort Brolin into ramp by posting up early just to make sure that anything there is traded. Now they're going to have Exertion play toward the B bomb site, and Shuhei is actually going to play around connector. And what they're looking to do is they're basically looking to just stuff out any sort of mid progression from the T's once it comes in. So you'll see here Shuhei smokes bottom con, and Torji's going to move into connector with him. When this happens, Exertion also smokes off catwalk, kind of delaying any progression from the T's. Because the T's opted to play slowly in this round, because the CTs have been so aggressive around middle, now once FaZe looks to actually progress through mid, they're actually going to be slowed down a ton by this saved utility from Mouse. Now, since Mouse is playing for the bomb sites, they have map control that is going to give them an advantage in the late round. We have Brolin in ramp, and we still have Jimpat playing toward the B bomb site with Exertion close. So once FaZe tries to do any sort of mid split, they're going to have to deal with players that are pushed up in the extremities, such as a ramp, potentially Palace, upper B, whatever the case might be, because when they took mid control, they were playing against a CT side that was actually playing for the bomb sites. Now, this last concept is kind of a mix between the two ideas that I've shown so far, playing for mid and playing for the bomb sites. In this round, we're actually going to see Spirit play for the bomb sites early. They have Art Frost opping market window, they have Zontix on catwalk, Donk is playing around connector, and they have 2 players on A. But what they're actually looking to do is outplay Virtus.pro's slow play style. See, they know they're going to take mid control, but then they might not progress through mid control at the pace that other teams might. So in this situation, they actually played for the A bomb site and the B bomb site early, and then opted to actually stuff A ramp in the mid round and go re-clear mid. Now, this is a great option because sometimes if you're just constantly fighting for mid, it just turns into an all-out brawl. And this gives you an option to go re-clear mid at a later point when you know that they're maybe looking to regroup and hit a bomb site after getting that map control. Especially when you're playing a slow team like Virtus.pro, you have to have some tricks up your sleeve to give yourself an advantage on the CT side. Now, in the current meta of Counter-Strike in general, it's pretty difficult for operators to have a lot of impact in the early round going for opening picks like they once could, but this is actually a really unique play that James goes for here. So what he's doing is he's going for this pick into underpass and allowing his players who are fighting mid from connector and cap to actually just focus on top mid without having to worry about underpass. Now, it's not successful. He only legs the player top mid, but he does manage to get away in a 3 versus 3, and he gave a different look to the T's that allowed for his teammates to only focus on top mid while he was taking away underpass in a pretty safe manner. It's not that common for the T's to nade that bottom con smoke, so it typically gives you a lot of cover to go for a pick like this. And actually, in this game, Device goes for the exact same pick for Astralis. Now, I mentioned how playing for the bomb sites can be very advantageous for the CTs, and in this round, we're actually going to see just that. We have Flit playing towards connector, we have Fame playing close on A, and we have Jame playing around ticket, ready to support Flit in mid if necessary, but that's not going to be necessary in this round. Now, when Astralis look to do a pincer onto the A bomb site, Jame being around ticket is really advantageous because he's able to break this connector smoke and find a really nice pick onto Blame F as the A split is coming in. And in this situation, he's able to then Molotov Palace and kind of hold down the A bomb site, giving his teammates time to rotate it in as they know it's pretty much A. So far in Counter-Strike 2, operators really haven't had the same amount of impact as they used to have in CSGO on Mirage. And so far, riflers have been much more successful fighting, especially toward middle, while the operators are having a lot more impact, just being passive and supportive toward the extremities. Now, throughout this video, I covered a lot of different topics. We spoke about playing retake A, retake B, how to fight for mid, how to play for the bomb sites. But at the end of the day, it's up to you and your team to kind of create different ideas off of these concepts to allow yourself to have a fluid CT side that isn't going to be able to be read by your opponents easily. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know below what you'd like to see next. I'm back to posting at my regular schedule. I got a little bit caught up with going to a LAN event in Chicago, then I had COVID after the event, and then I had Christmas with my family and the player break started, so I've just been a little bit busy. But I'm back, and you can expect a lot more videos out of me. Thanks, guys. Peace out.